name is Miguel Machuca. I am from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. I live in San Jose and I'm an active artist here. Welcome to One Culture. Yeah, so I stumbled upon like the technique. It was crazy. My uncle, when he was young, he used to work in this place called FMC here in San Jose. And so he used to kind of like build plans. They would give him like information of what he needs to draw and make it look like, say, a tank, right? How it would handle itself on the field. So he would draw this mechanical drawings on his drafting table. So this drafting table would have a mechanism where you can lock this eraser. And it was a industrial eraser, and you can just like, you know, move it around and erase. And it would spin, like you press a button and it would spin. Almost like a tattoo machine, but you just press a button and it spins. One day, he was cleaning out his garage or something, and he goes, hey Mickey, do you want this? And I was like, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's an eraser, a drafting eraser. And I was like, oh. But it was big and bulky, right? And at that time, I was like, I didn't want to hurt his feelings, so I said, okay, I'll take it. But I never imagined myself like being at a coffee shop and like, oh, I made a mistake. You know what I mean? This big old thing, right? And so this machine has long erasers, and they're pretty thin, and you slip them on the top, it comes out to the back, and then you lock it, and then you press, and it spins the eraser. And so what I do is I primer the piece like 3 times, so it's nice and white and thick. Then I draw the images, and then I silhouette each image with a charcoal, and I just make it as black as possible. And then I get the drafting eraser, and then I erase highlights on whatever object I'm focusing on. It almost feels like I'm working with ash, you know what I'm saying? When like a body is cremated, it turns into ash, right? I kind of take it into this form of spiritual type of connection with the charcoal itself. When I make a silhouette and I completely darken it, it's almost like a philosophical way of saying like I am searching for the light within the darkness. Especially when I got diagnosed with cancer in 2015. It became more of a symbol for me of a celebration of like life and death, because I was in that situation. I was gonna die or I was gonna survive. So I was right smack in the middle, you know what I mean? So the charcoal represents the negative aspects of life, and the eraser represents the fucking sword. Putting down all the negative aspects of my life, and then just kind of like behind it, all those images just show the hope that I still have. The fact that One Culture doesn't discriminate, it wants to represent you as a native, as an artist, as a creative. Horizon is way brighter. Human heart's a lot because it's like it's a muscle, but then yet like all kinds of emotions go through it, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's a very important organ in your body that like represents life itself, breathing, you know, pumping, you know, blood through your body. Also, skulls are big in my work, because that's a representation of life and death, and it's also used a lot in my culture, which is I'm from Mexico, Guadalajara, Jalisco, and I grew up kind of like just watching the great ones like use images like that for, you know, their artwork.